I have never seen a convention like this. And I think one of the most brilliant parts of it is when all you folks are up at the front here, and BK said, just sit down. Usually they'd say, okay, now come on back here and sit down. That was brilliant on his part. I want to give you possibly a little different perspective on this revolution, because I went through a revolution many, many years ago, about 52 years ago. There's a lot of people here going through a revolution, but it's inside, it's not outside. And that's really where it starts. Everything you see happening in this company is all happening because of something that happened inside a few people, and then it was supported by the wisdom of the executive staff in this company. And this thing has taken on a life of its own. And you're finding young people all over the place that are motivating their parents now. The revolution that has to take place is inside ourselves. And I was talking to Mark at the back, and he was talking about culture. I said, well, you know, culture is really a paradigm. That's what a culture is. Culture is nothing but a group of habits. When you talk about a culture, a different country, or a corporate culture, you're talking about the habit patterns in that particular group, in the company or in the country. And when you get past the culture, people are essentially the same. But the culture makes an enormous difference. To sit in here and see some of the stories that you're going to see from the front of this room, it's going to move you, but unfortunately, many people go home and whatever moved inside went right back to where it was again. And the change just doesn't happen. And if that change is going to happen, you're going to have to make it happen yourself when you leave here. A paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior, and almost all of our behavior is habitual. Very little thinking. If you watch people moving, they don't think to move. You don't think to get dressed. You might give some thought to what you're going to put on, but not how you're going to put it on. When you watch people doing things, driving their car, they're not thinking. It's all automatic. Their mind is off somewhere else. Well, this is controlled by a program that's in our subconscious mind. And it's the very reason why 90-some% of the population live their entire life and never do anything of any consequence. The beautiful part about this is that if you get caught up in this, your paradigm will change. I was sitting talking to Alex and Bryce, a couple of them in the hotel, in the coffee shop. I come in to have breakfast with Linda and Colleen, and they were sitting, so I went around and sat down and talked to them. And I was congratulating on what they've done, because they're just making the thing sing. And we got talking about why people don't follow it. Their paradigm's got a grip on them. Friends that you've got, they'll watch you get a nice car, earn money, and then they'll go the other way. And as I said, some of them that you think are your friends or have been your friends, they will stop talking to you. And I think what Bryce said, it's already happened. You see, I went through a similar thing when I was 26. Only I did it alone. I got into the book, and the Think and Grow Rich, and everything in my life changed overnight. No formal education, no business experience. I read this work record, all of a sudden, they're in tens of thousands of dollars, took over $1 million, and they have no idea what